Happy Wednesday, everyone. I'm Isabel, and I'm with Bulldog TV Spotlight. I have two of my friends here. What are you guys' names?
Hi, my name is Sebastian. I'm a senior.
My name is Andrew Robinson. I'm also a senior.
These are both very valued members of our Mahomet-Seymour chess team. How long have you both played chess?
Well, I've been playing for around 6 years, and started playing with my dad taught me.
I've been playing chess for as long as I can remember. I think one of my parents taught me it whenever I was young, but I only seriously started trying to improve at chess around 3 years ago, around whenever COVID hit, or 2.
No, that's super interesting. Yeah, I remember I was at a friend's house at one point, and their dad was trying to teach me how to play chess. I was 10. I just like the horse ones. I didn't really get it. But you play boards 1 and 2, which means they're basically first and second seed on our high school team. Who would win a 2-minute blitz match against you two, with you two?
I'd say that's pretty easy. I'd win 2-minute blitz.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll give Andrew.
Okay. I think it would be close. I think Sebastian has if we played 10 rounds, he would probably win 6 or 7 to 3 or 4. But mostly due to me just running low on time.
Yep.
I'll take that for an answer. So we obviously had a really rough year with COVID, and I know you two have been playing for quite some time now. So what happened to chess practices and competitions during that COVID period?
Well, we moved to an online platform. It's named leechess.org, and we practiced there. We played competitions there, and all that. So we just moved online and made it work during COVID.
No, that's awesome. I know that even now you guys still use a lot of those online platforms to practice during lunch and other, times when it's appropriate. What does a typical chess meet look like?
So there are 6 players from each team that play against each other. So one team, board 1 from one team plays board 1 from the other team. And each board, to win it, whenever you win that board, you get a certain amount of points, and whichever team gets the most points wins. And the overall time control for each game that we play there is 55 plus 5, meaning that in total, each player has 55 minutes to play all of their moves throughout the game, and the 5 just means 5 seconds before the clock starts counting down on their turn. So chess meets are very long and can go for very long times.
So out of curiosity, let's say, we're playing and we're really, really close, but you end up taking the victory. Does that mean I lose any points I could have gotten and you get all of them, or do they split pretty evenly based on how well you do?
It's just win or loss. The only thing that can happen that would split the points is a draw. If both players run out of material to be able to checkmate the other opponent, then they would end in a draw. And then this points get split evenly. But if someone wins, it's a all or nothing, you get all the points from the board.
Now that must be super hard and it gets super competitive. That's really interesting. So where and when is the next chess meet?
Well, we have one coming up soon, tomorrow at 5 p.m. in the Media Center in the library. It's against Bismarck-Henning, so if you guys want to come.
Tomorrow Thursday or tomorrow Friday?
Tomorrow Thursday.
So today, because that's when it's released. So
Oh, today Thursday. You can come today to watch us and cheer us on. So.
Not cheer verbally. Chess meets are usually pretty quiet.
Yeah.
So do you guys have merchandise, numbers? Do I write number 1 and number 2 on my face, or how does that work?
Well, we have merch. We have these shirts. We have hats as well. And as Andrew said, non-verbally you can support us if you want to come.
So I'm assuming you guys get pretty far. State, sectionals, far as you can get. So what does a state meet usually consist of?
So the format's pretty similar. Once again, 55 plus 5 games, except now you only play one match against a team. However, instead of 6 boards, there's 8 boards, so overall more people do get to play in actual meets. And and there's 7 rounds during state that in each round you play a different school based off of how your performance has been throughout the previous parts of your performance during state.
I couldn't keep track of that if I tried. But what is your favorite opening move? I know this might depend on who you're playing, but you both play pretty high. So what's your favorite opening?
Well, I think this goes in the technical, so you guys might have to research. But I like, if I'm white, to play the Vienna game. It's nice and simple, and basically leads to drawish positions that would lead to more interesting games, in my opinion.
And since he answered for white, I typically, whenever I'm playing black, I will play the Caro-Kann, which begins with c6. It's a bit more of an offbeat opening that's less played. However, it has a ton of venom in it and allows you to like strike in the center in ways that your opponent may not expect.
Well, I definitely learned something new today. Now, one of my last things for you is, what's one thing most people don't know about the chess team?
Well, I don't know if everyone knows about the chess team, but I just wanted to share one quick fact about chess, which I found interesting when I learned it, is that in order to play at the high levels for 2 or 3 hours, you actually have to be in shape. You have to exercise and work out before a chess meet, which is what no one would think about doing before a chess game, which I guess you also have to do for a chess team, for state. You have to be in good shape for thinking 2 hours straight.
Mine's also just more about chess in general, but people typically will talk about how like chess is about like calculating ahead, thinking like 5-10 moves ahead. But I think one thing that gets overlooked is just general intuition of a position, like just being able to see it and just visually see like, oh, hey, yeah, this position seems good for me and bad for my opponent, so I'm going to try and like go more towards that instead of somewhere else, instead of trying to calculate like 20 moves ahead.
So then I think my biggest thing is, like, you guys have your strategies and there's a lot of different ways you can approach a game. But if I were a beginner and I wanted to start playing chess, like, where do I start? Because there's a lot to try and memorize and to remember, especially with a lot of rules. So what's a good place for me to start?
I'd say just start with the basics, learn how the pieces move, and then either go online, the platform that I said, Lichess, or buy a book, and there you can start learning openings, you can start learning middle game. Middle game you can do for yourself, end games. But I'd say learn your pieces, how they move first, and then you can go into the more technical stuff.
And don't be afraid to join the chess team anyway, even if you are a complete beginner. Like, there are plenty of people who joined this year who have essentially never played chess before, but are now like have practiced and have gotten a lot better.
Well, that was awesome. No horsing around for them. And I hope you come out and support the meet. It's going to be great. And supporting anything MSHS related is always something that we appreciate. But these guys work really hard. Again, lots of training, lots of, physical, mental strength that's needed. And I really appreciate you guys coming out today. So thanks so much. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good one.